What's up? Review of the reviews for October 1st. I can't believe it's October already. I think October and probably May is when you hear that the most. I can't believe it's fucking May. I can't believe it's October. Maybe September. September's another one. Anyway, getting into my roar here. I guess I'll start off on Don's question. First of all, Chilliwack is the name of that group. They win 2-1. Don and Jay were no-brainers. Jim comes in with a Romeo vote. I'll go another way. I hated that song. I remember that song was one of the first videos MTV played when we had MTV, actually. We were a couple years late to the party on that. I hated that song, and I felt the same way about that hefty woman who had no lady qualities about her. It was like a dude. I hated it. And a couple years ago, I don't know how I came across that, but I said, oh my God, I remember that girl. She looked like a girl I went to school with. Her name was Michelle Howdeggy, who then turned into Michelle Gerhardt. Michelle Howdeggy. I said, that looks like fucking Michelle. And it was just nasty, and I hated the song. But I found that years later, and I thought it sounded amazing. The intro to that song, I agree with Jay's about the sax being a little too much. I'm glad Jim enjoyed that part. But the dude, the guy on the sax, he looked so creepy and cool. Is that possible? I don't know. That video just, as much as I hated it back in the day, it just I had a different feel for it as an adult. And I think the song is pretty damn good. Jay, you said there's no way I like that song. Yeah, when I was a kid, I hated it, but I think it's good now. Maybe if you listen to the song without seeing the video, you feel different. Trying to jump on some questions here. Yes, Jim, that group Chilliwack is from Canada. I think Jason and Jim asked when it came out or had a question. I remember that song came out when I was in 6th grade, so it was like October, November of 81, and then of course I think it got really popular in early 82. And the Romeo Void song is about the same time, early 80s. What else? Trying to think here. Jay, video seems so long ago. I laughed at the whole Hubel and Me reference. That was pretty funny. The Deheimer reference and the Kingpin. It's amazing how I remember some things. Brought up a nice Judy Hall reference. Unbelievable. Judy fucking Hall. What else? You guys talk a lot about the baseball playoffs. Don, you brought up WAR. Listen, I know it's wins against replacement, and I kind of got into that a couple years ago, watching MLB Network. I think Brian Kinney is big on analytics. I know David Cohn is also, and that's fine. Like, if you got the time to do that shit and if you're really into it, that's fine. I'm too old school. Like, I feel like I know enough about baseball or any kind of sports to watch it and follow it and have an idea of who I think the MVP is or who I think is really good. So, whatever. People stand by that shit. They swear by it, but it's just too much work. Man, I feel bad that I'm so kind of I'm not out of touch with baseball, but you guys are way more into it than me. Maybe because Oakland just shit the fucking bed. They lost 11 or 12 straight to Seattle this year. Jay, you talked about Seattle sweeping them twice. They swept them 3 or 4 times in a row. Like, ugh, God. I mean, it sucks losing your best pitcher from most of the second half. They just shit the bed, man. It's whatever. I guess I won't have to be frustrated watching that one wild card game. But I'm into the wild card races. It's Saturday morning at 3:30, and I haven't gotten any scores. So I'm gonna, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna check out some scores. Last I knew, Yankees were losing 2-1. I would love to see a Yankee Red Sox wild card game just for fucking how sexy that would be. Boston, New York, one game to get into the divisional. Or how about a chance of, alright, isn't there a chance that there could be a tie before the wild card? That would be cool. What else? Oh, anyways, speaking of Don's question about Baldwinsville, well, her name is Gina Staccone, and it's so hard to, after the whole fucking ordeal with Pennsylvania, I don't even want to say her name anymore, because that got kind of ugly last week, and I felt bad about it, but I also had some shit to get off my chest, so I think it was warranted. But whatever. But yeah, so for me to say, wow, this girl's just amazing, and like it's like because it is amazing and it's going really, really well. But it's gonna sound kind of yeah, okay, oh sure, oh Bob's really fucked up. What's crazy about this girl now is this one. So but it's not fair to her to compare that situation, but I just do it for, I guess, protecting myself. It's going really, really well. I've been staying there a lot, because like Don said, after Pennsylvania, 2.5 hour trip, 50 minutes is nothing. She's been staying at my place on Saturday nights, because she runs a daycare in her house. She takes care of 4 or 5 kids, so it would be impossible for her to come spend a night with me on a weeknight, because she has to be up at 6, for her kids to get there to watch. But I mean, there's so much we have in common, and it's just going really well. Hopefully, well, she's supposed to come tonight, spend the night. This way I don't have to make this trip at 3 o'clock in the morning. So she comes and she stays with me, and my night's off. Or not, her night's off is what I'm saying. It's fucking early. I'm tired. What else do I want to touch on with these? Jim, you talked a lot about the Braves. The kid from New York, Albany area, is really, really good. I've always known Charlie Morton since he was in Houston. He's been really good. I'll get more into the playoffs when they actually get here, and this weekend will be awesome. Looking forward to some NFL, watching some Red Zone. Shit, I hope I didn't miss too much about what you guys said. Don, I guess you're coming home next weekend, right? To run the Boilermaker? I was just wondering who's coming with you. Is it just going to be Henry, or are you is it still up in the air on that? Maybe Lucy? What else? I guess that's about it. Yeah, I guess that's it. Have a good weekend, guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.